Hey guys, what's with us here? Let's talk about attention and recovery. The last video I talked about attention and strain. Today we're going to talk about attention and recovery. In light of, again, my Whoop band, I've been learning a lot about the relationship between exercise and strain, and then recovery and sleep, and how that fits into my attentional capabilities throughout the day. Recovery is an important part of the exercise, recovery, sleep cycle. When we exert ourselves physically and mentally, we need a recovery period. That makes sense. You hike up the side of a mountain, you're gonna need to recover for probably a couple days. If you spend a day or a couple days, preparing for that math test, or preparing a briefing and then giving it a presentation, you're going to need that mental recovery time. That recovery time allows our body, our muscles to repair, as well as our mind to make connections and put things from short-term memory into long-term memory. And without recovery, our muscles and our mind don't repair and they don't strengthen. So how does the recovery affect our attention? Let's take a look at two categories: physical and the mental. For physical fatigue, a mild level of physical fatigue for me, and I think for most people, actually helps with your mental and attentional capabilities. That's because I feel less jittery. I'm able to sit or stand in whatever environment I'm in and put my focus into one thing, spotlight my attention into one thing. If I'm jittery, I'm feeling residual energy, it's more difficult for me to spotlight that attention. Heavy physical fatigue, though, does not lend itself to attentional capabilities. Maybe in some degree, but not heavy, extremely focused attentional performance for an extended period of time. So when you know that you're going to physically exert yourself, don't plan something that's going to be that's going to mentally exert yourself as well. If I'm preparing for a presentation or something like that, I'll probably go for a light run, maybe do a couple sets of push-ups, but that's it. I'm not going to do a full workout. So how about mental fatigue? What is mental fatigue? It's when you've been they call it ego depletion at the end of the day, when you've had a lot of decision fatigue and your decision making is reduced, and you start choosing the easy things and not the things that you know that you want to do. As a general rule, the more mentally fatigued you are, the more difficulty you're going to have spotlighting that attention and doing what it takes to have that focus. So my question for you, and my subsequent challenge for you: do you get enough recovery on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis so that you can be at your top physically and mentally? And how do you need to schedule more recovery into your day? Recovery not necessarily meaning only sleep, but recovery meaning time spending doing something that you enjoy, that is less physically and less mentally taxing. That's my challenge and question for you today. Get after it.